Hello guys, it's me again, KillSwitch. So today I'm going to show you guys my player versus environment and player versus player builds for the Warlock class. Let's start first with PVE. First with the Reforges because it's the same throughout all of the player versus environment builds. Primary attack damage increase, duration of beneficial effects increase, attack speed increase, damage to demons increase, and damage to enemies suffering loss of control increase. So this is the same throughout all of the gears. For open world farming, this is auto battle, AFK farming. Skills, Lunatic Rush, Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, Hell Swarm, Infernal Eruption. For the Paragon 3, Vanquisher, Lucky, Fifth Learner, Gold Find, Treasure Find, Greed. And for the legendary skill, Searing Flame. For the green set, 2 pieces Holga's Hunger, 2 pieces Feasting Baron's Pact, and 4 pieces Vitus Urges. For this build, the set doesn't matter as long as you have a working set. So 2 pieces, 4 pieces, or even 6 pieces if you want to. For the essences, Offal on the Spire, Ashes of Liberty, Unholy Domain, Margin of Error, Cavalier Cutter, Jawless Green, Flowing End, Dirty Tactics. So everything is a buff and your character will do everything. Of course, it's not just like this. It will be slower. For the dungeon build, Lunatic Rush, Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, Burning Ascent, Infernal Eruption. For the Paragon 3, using Slinger, Unseen Dynamism, Gifted, Bloodthirst, Fury, Superiority, and now we are using the new Legendary Essence, skill, Overpowering Blow. For the green set, the best one that I tested out is 2 pieces Holga's Hunger, 4 pieces Seeds of Sown Gold, and 2 pieces Vitus Urges. For the essences, Scarred Memories, Ashes of Liberty, Unholy Domain, Margin of Error, Crush and Burn, Jawless Green, Flowing End, Dirty Tactics. For this one, just use all of your buff and channel. This has very high DPS. Do not forget to keep on using Devouring Darkness. For the raids, I am using the same dungeon build, except I am now using Uncanny instead of Fury. And I am using my full critical hit chance pet build. I have tested a lot of summon builds for raids and gauntlets. They are good, especially versus the dummy because they are not attacking, they are not moving. But when you go to the actual higher difficulty raids, especially on Gauntlet, Soul Gorger will die a lot, leaving you only using your normal attack. So it's not that ideal in the actual scenario. That's why I'm using channel build, still focusing on the character itself, not on the summon. With this build, I am dealing between 20M to 30M or even more. To reach 45M burst. So it's still good. And I like this better because the damage is consistent compared to your Soul Gorger dying. For the Vanguard build, I am also using this sometimes on any mode like dungeons, terror reefs, or even bounties, just when I feel like it, because this is the best looking skill, Lash of Pain, using Kratos' Blades of Chaos. It's so cool looking, that's why even if this build has more DPS, I use this sometimes. For the skills, Lunatic Rush, Hell Swarm, Lash of Pain, Tyrant's Grasp, Infernal Eruption. For the Paragon 3, Unseen Dynamism again, Gifted, Bloodthirst, Fury, Superiority, and Overpowering Blow. For the green set, 2 pieces Holga's Hunger, 2 pieces Feasting Baron's Pact, 4 pieces Vitus Urges. For the essences, Hell Scourge, Ashes of Liberty, Brutal Lessons, Supply and Demand, Blood Fray, Jawless Green, Cavalier Cutter, and Dirty Tactics. So this is most likely a dead slot because most of the time you are using Lash of Pain. So the rotation, just use all of your buff. Normal attack. It's so cool looking. Blades of Chaos. You play God of War. For Challenge Reef, it's the same as my Vanguard build because Lash of Pain has unlimited knockback versus mobs, especially on Challenge Reef. They cannot attack you at all. The only difference is instead of using Ashes of Liberty, I am now using Watch Them Wreath. Watch Them Nay Nay. Just summon this one. And normal attack. For the green set though, I am using the highest combat rating that I have. I have 5 pieces Vitus Urges and 3 pieces Restitution in Blood. Of course, the perfect one will be 4 and 4. The maximum combat rating for Inferno 13 for green sets is 3,177. Alright, so that is for player versus environment builds. Here is the summary. For open world farming, AFK build. For dungeons, you can also use this on Terror Reefs, Bounties. For raids, Gauntlet. For Vanguard or any other mode, you want to use Blades of Chaos. And for Challenge Reef. Alright, for player versus player builds, let's go first with the general information. Reforges. I am only using one Reforge throughout all of the legendary gears. Damage taken from players reduce, duration of beneficial effects increase, damage to players increase, damage to enemies suffering loss of control increase, and damage to shielded enemies increase. Important affixes for this one is critical hit chance. If you can get accuracy, why not? So because I have critical hit chance already, I took accuracy. Because a lot of players are using QOT rune and Life Trampler on the armor. That's 16% evasion rating immediately. Good to have class affixes will be Devouring Darkness, range increase by 8%, and Infernal Eruption. Let's start first with the Battleground build. Lunatic Rush, Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, Infernal Eruption, Burning Ascent. For the Paragon tree, using Gladiator, Hold Formation, Cheat Death, Grizzled Veteran to the Victor, Overpower. I'm using Searing Flame here. Trust me with this one. It's so OP with this build. You can try and go for Overpowering Blow if you want to. But for me, this gives more DPS. For the green set, I have tested a lot of set. You guys can see my stash. Different combinations. The best one that I tested is 4 pieces Restitution in Blood, 2 pieces Holga's Hunger, 2 pieces Vitus Urges. For the essences, Guilt Jug, Watch Them Wreath, Watch Them Nay Nay, Unholy Domain, Margin of Error, Harsh Discipline, Jawless Green, Glowing End, Dirty Tactics. The basic rotation for this one. A lot of players are using this build so wrong, saying that it's very gay, let's say. because you just summon your sword and you run away. But I use it differently. I use my buff, Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, normal attack, and summon. And I even dash in. Sometimes dash out, of course. I use my normal attack most of the time. The normal attack has a lot of damage as well. It can melt enemies, especially if you have Devouring Darkness on. Be aggressive with this build. Do not summon and then run to your base. You need to be aggressive with this one. You can also go for shield here if you want to. It's basically the same. The only difference with this one is the legendary skill, Soul Harvester. Or go for Benefactor and Curse of Weakness. But like I said, try Searing Flame. For Vault, I'm using the Channeling build, Lunatic Rush, Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, Fightful, Sacrifice, Burning Ascent. For the Gladiator, Hold Formation, First Aid, Cheat Death, Uncontrollable, Grizzled Veteran. Curse of Weakness for the legendary skill. You can also use Benefactor. The set will be the same. For the essences, Guilt Jug, the Dark Trade, Unholy Domain, Measured Halves, Harsh Discipline, Cruel Destination, Flowing End, Dirty Tactics. For this one, the Dirty Tactics, the second offhand, is also a dead slot because most of the time you are channeling. Just use Devouring Darkness, Siphon Life, channel. Do not forget to dash in and out. For me, the gameplay for this one is slower. It feels slower, but it's not. It just feels slower because of the channeling build. I mean the channeling skill. It has a delay and it looks slow. But you can melt a lot of players with this. Alright, let's go with the summary again. For Vault, okay, so that is basically it. The other build stated here Spite. The difference is the Paragon tree. It's the same with the main, using the normal hold formation, cheat death, Grizzled Veteran to the Victor, Overpower, and Soul Harvester as the legendary skill. Alright, so that is basically everything. Player versus environment and player versus player builds. I decided to just play Warlock for now. I already forgotten Monk because I really enjoy this class. It's the best one. Best release ever. So that's it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or suggestion, please feel free to comment that down below. Thank you for watching. Until next time.